Woo! A simple machine is a mechanical device that changes the direction or magnitude of a force. In general, they can be defined as the simplest mechanisms that use mechanical advantage to multiply force. Usually the term refers to the 6 classical simple machines which were defined by the Renaissance scientists: the lever, the wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, and screw. Simple machines can be regarded as elementary building blocks of which all more complicated machines, sometimes called compound machines, are composed. For example, wheels, levers, and pulleys are all used in the mechanism of a bicycle. The mechanical advantage of a compound machine is just the product of the mechanical advantages of the simple machines of which it is composed. What I have here is a chuck from my South Bend lathe that I picked up recently, and a live center. And the live center doesn't turn real smooth. It can be taken apart. There's usually a fastener where they can be taken apart, but on this is an adapter. Now this live center, I believe, is on a number 1 Morse taper. And normally that would extend up into the hole somewhat, and I could drive a wedge in there to push the number 1 Morse taper out. And that's not possible here. I tried standing up a piece of material in here and driving a wedge in, and was unsuccessful. So I thought, well, I'll get some Jacobs chuck removing wedges. And I bought all of them that I could find on eBay. They were about $6 a piece. There's I think a number 1, 2, 3, and 6, or 1, 2, 4, and 6, something of that nature. And these are the number 2s. Yeah, that must be the number 1s. Little bigger one yet. And the way these work is we can see that they're beveled flat on this surface, and then that's a parallel surface until we get to here, and then there's a bevel down to a point. And these, when they're put together and driven together, form a thicker and thicker and thicker wedge. And they're hardened and slick, so they slide together nicely. And I'm hoping one of these sets will let me take this apart. Now this one old used live center in itself was not worth the purchase of all these tools, but I've run into a couple of instances where I've needed these already, and I decided it's time to have them. So I want to see if I can force this apart. Now as I wedge these pieces together, we're going to have a force pushing this away on this surface here, and on the face of this, what I believe to be a number 1 to number 2 Morse taper adapter, we're going to have a force pushing that away. And it looks like I have adequate overlap here, even though, yeah, these fit nicely. So this was a good gamble buying these. The 4 wedges, I think, cost me something like $24. So like I said, not worth it for this part, but all in all, I'll sure be glad I have them. And here is a machinist vise I obtained some time ago. And we will see if we can drive these apart. Make sure the wedges are in the jaws completely. Let's see how these work. Oop, tension got less. I expected a pop. Look at that. Look at that. So that is a number 1 to number 2 Morse taper adapter. There's my wedges. Wow. Made that job phenomenally easy. Very happy about those. And here is our live center. And look, there's a broken edge here. I wonder if I could see this down in the slot. I should be able to take that slot screw out now and disassemble this. This was made by Ideal Industries Incorporated, Sycamore, Illinois. I notice they make mostly wire strippers and things of that nature now. Here's a little screwdriver I think I've had since I was a kid. There we go. Oh, the screw wasn't tight, thankfully. Maybe not sure what's behind that. I've never taken one of these apart. That's interesting. It's just a set screw. I'm not sure how this tears down now. Well, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be driven apart or not. This goes quite deeply in there. So I'm hoping that that's the answer. So let's give it a light tap. I'm going to hold on to the tip so it doesn't get away from me. Boy, that's a good soft piece of rod. Bent it. Can't find my proper punch for this job, my drift. Well, I'm at a loss as to how to take this apart. Let me scratch around in there with something sharp and see if I can feel. Maybe there's an Allen bolt or something in there. Jacobs brand. Get them out of the package and get them in my wedge drawer. Poker. Needs sharpened. Decided to have another go at smoothing out this live center. Going to use my machine here. I've taken the plug out of the center. Let's see if we can pump fluid through it. Look at that. So it's coming out where the shield meets the center of the bearing. Oh look, it's got some coast to it now. Boy, parts washing machine is such a cool thing to add to your shop. I thought I was going to have to throw this center away. Meaning I didn't think I'd ever figure out how to open it. Wow, that's awesome. I think it's done. I believe I'll pump some air through it. Put some spindle oil in it. Call it done. Listen to that. Well, it's nice and tight. I mean, there's no play in it at all. It's got some coast to it. No roughness. Get some lubricant in it. Whew. Mobile Velocite number 10 spindle oil. Okay, that's about a dozen drops. Put in a little more. 6 or 8 more. That should keep it from rusting. We will cap it back off here. I could operate the screwdriver. I might install it back on its number 2 adapter. I will have to do that to use it because I don't have any lathes with a number 1 tailstock. But I think I have a usable live center now. Get your hands dirty. That's how you get something accomplished. It's worthwhile. You deserve to have a nice shop. Get in there and organize what you have. Work on what you have. Make it better. Start shopping. Find some tools. Find some deals. This is Crafted signing off.